Hi everyone, this is part 2 of our two-piece nose cone tutorial. In our last tutorial, we sketched this profile, and now we're ready to revolve this to make it a three-dimensional model. So let's go ahead and we can click on the revolve tool here in the menu. If you don't see it there, you can go down to create, and it should be right here. And I want to hover over this enclosed region and click on that. All right, and my axis is going to be this center axis right here. All right, and I want to make sure that I just revolve it 180 degrees. If this says 360, edit it so it says 180. And I'm going to say OK. And now, just like when we extrude, our sketch is hidden and we can no longer see the sketch. We can only see this three-dimensional model that we made. And so if I hover around, it looks like this. All right, and that's pretty good, and we could 3D print 2 of these and then glue them together. However, it's difficult to get it aligned and keep it aligned as our adhesive dries. So we're going to make some tabs. So before continuing on, let's go ahead and add some more parameters. So I'm going to go to Modify, Change Parameters, hit the plus button, and I'm going to make a tab length, and let's make this 0.2. And let's make one more, and we'll call this tab width, and we'll make this 0.1. That should be good. All right, tab length, tab width, and hit OK. And so we're going to put, let's look at our example. We're going to put a tab down here and a tab over here. So let's go ahead and let's use let's make a new sketch, and I'm going to click on this surface that I revolved around, and I'm going to project that geometry. So by clicking over the center and I see it turns red, I'm going to click on it and hit OK. And now I'm going to use the 2-point rectangle, and I'm going to go to the very bottom of my nose cone. I'm going to go over here, that's the bell, and I'm going to type in tab length right there, and here I'm going to type in tab width, which is 0.1. Great, I like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm not going to start right at the corner. I'm going to just start like at an arbitrary point along this inner part of the fuselage. I'm going to type in tab, and I want to pick tab length. I'm going to push the tab button and type in tab and select tab width. Now I want this to be slightly above this over here. So I'm going to use the dimensioning tool, and I'm going to click on this bottom corner and the bottom corner of that rectangle I just made, and I'm going to make this tab length plus a little bit more. I'm going to make it plus 0.02. Right, so as the 3D printer material is extruded, it expands somewhat. So making this, giving this a little bit more distance is going to make sure that it'll fit real nicely. All right, so that looks good for up there. Let's go to the top part, and we want to have some tabs up at this top part. So I'm going to make a line, a horizontal line, and I'm just going to pick a point along this inner part of the nose cone. I'm going to snap over to this other side, and now I'm going to set the distance again with the dimensioning tool. So I'm going to click on that vertex, that midpoint of that horizontal line I just made, and I'm going to make this equal to tab length. Okay, and I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to start extruding, and I want to extrude backwards. So I'm going to select this sketch, and I'm going to start pulling it back, and you'll notice it turns red, and that means it's cutting away material. So I'm going to come over here to my extrude panel, and I'm going to select join. And if I rotate around, I can see that some of that tab is popping out through the back, and I don't want that. So I'm going to adjust this extrude so I just get to here. And I'm going to say OK. All right, and when you extrude, your sketch disappears. So the sketch is hidden, so I'm going to unhide it by opening my, my browser, dropping down until I can find that last sketch that I just made and show that sketch. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to start dragging this back. I'm going to change it to join, and then I went too far, so I'm going to bring it back just enough so that it is entirely contained within that shoulder piece. Okay. Now I'm going to do this top part right here. So let's hit extrude. Same thing. It's going to automatically select cut. I'm going to change it to join, and I'm going to slide it back just enough so it's contained within the model that I already have. I'm going to hit OK. Now, one thing I noticed when we extruded was there's a little bit that was cut off here, and I know why. I'm going to go to my revolve, and I'm going to edit this feature, and I'm going to look at it from this viewpoint, and I'm going to zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I see that this bottom corner, I didn't select this bottom corner. So I'm going to be able to fix it by just hovering over it, selecting it, and saying OK. And now my nose cone, that shoulder, doesn't have that little taper. All right? Okay. Let's save here. And we're going to finish this in the next video. All right? There's going to be a part 3. So I'll see you in the next one.